Hello dear first year students, welcome to English Classroom. This is S. Srikanth, Assistant Professor of English. Today let us take up a topic which is connected to English language. So we all know that English language has a specific sound system. As every language has its own sound system, English language has also its own sound system. But the sound system of English language is very different from our Indian languages like Telugu language. For example, in Telugu language, we have 56 letters in the alphabet, and we have corresponding symbols. Whatever you speak, you write, which means the script and the transcript. Transcript means the symbol representing the speech we utter. They are similar. For every letter, for every symbol, you have a letter in Telugu language. Whereas in English language, it's a different case. For example, here you can see, one second. According to International Phonetic Alphabet, it has given some symbols. We have to make use of those symbols in order to understand the pronunciation of the words. For convenience, IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, has given some symbols in order to understand English language, how it should be pronounced. So, in English language, you have 26 letters in the alphabet, whereas there are 44 speech sounds. So, we have invented extra sounds in English. You know only 26 letters, but there are 44 symbols. You have to understand in order to understand the pronunciation of a word. That's very, very important. These speech sounds are also called phonemes. Speech sounds and phonemes, one and the same. So out of 44, we have 20 vowel sounds. Okay. And 24 consonant sounds. And there is also another confusion because A, E, I, O, U are vowels in English. There are only 5 vowels. Whereas 5 vowels create 20 vowel sounds. The same way, there are 21 consonants, but they create 24 consonant sounds. 21 consonants, 21 letters, but 24 consonant sounds. So 20 plus 24 make 44 speech symbols in English. These are 24 phonemes in English. So what is the basic difference between vowel sounds and consonant sounds? And we'll further go to today's topic. So how vowel sounds are produced and how consonant sounds are produced. Let us see first. Vowel sounds are produced without any restriction to the airflow. The basic difference is vowel sounds are produced with an open mouth without any restriction to the airflow. Generally, pulmonic air comes from the lungs. It escapes from this is larynx. There are vocal cords. From there, depending on different speech organs in the mouth. Okay, vowels are produced or consonants are produced. When the mouth is open without any obstruction, then those sounds are called open. Okay, sounds. That means they are vowels. When there is some kind of obstruction, whether the mouth parts come together, there is a little bit of friction. Okay, two parts of the speech, two organs of speech completely close the mouth. There is an obstruction to the airflow. Then such sounds are called consonants. So vowels are produced with open mouth, and consonants are produced with some difficulty, some friction, some narrowness in the passage. This is the basic difference. Let's go and see it with this diagram. We'll try to understand different parts of the mouth so that we can get some clarity when we actually go to the sounds, where they are produced, how they are produced, whether they are voiced or voiceless. Okay, so this is a diagram of speech organ within the mouth, the cross section of the mouth. If you cut this, okay, you can see this. There are different point, what we call speech organs. As you can see here, just observe very carefully. This is the mouth actually. Okay, this is oral cavity. The mouth actually. You take food through your mouth, oral cavity. This is nasal cavity, right? That is the nose. And this is the tongue actually. This is the tongue. This is the tip of the tongue. When you open it, the tongue will appear. Tongue has the tip, and actual tongue is the blade. Something which is flat is called the blade. Okay, this is front of the tongue. Okay, middle of the tongue, back of the tongue, roof of the tongue, like that. Okay, it starts from here. Okay, so within the mouth, the front part of the mouth, you can see teeth. I'm sorry, before the teeth, you have lips. In phonetic language, they are called labials. If two lips are used, bilabial. When you go little back, you can see these are teeth. These are teeth. Some sounds can be produced at the tongue region, that means dental region. When sounds are produced at the tips region, they are labial region. Okay. If you go further back, after the teeth, you have some, when you touch your with your tongue, some hard part is there. This is called alveolar ridge. Yes, you can see here, alveolar ridge, alveolum, or alveolar ridge. Some sounds are produced here. When you go further back, when you touch at the top of your mouth cavity, there is, you can touch something tough, roof kind of, okay, thing is there. That is hard palate or hard palate. If you go back, that is soft palate, end of the tip. When you touch, turn your tongue back into the mouth and touch the top of the floor, top of the roof, then it's soft palate. It will be soft in nature. So if you go further back, this spot is there. So soft palate part is called soft palate, velum. This is velum. Can understand, this is velum. And the end of the tip, that is uvula. Telugu also people use, something will be hanging in, okay, at the back of the mouth. That is uvula. This is uvula. Okay. So what happens is that this is again the nose. The nose, from nose, air escapes through nostril. This nostril, air escapes through nostril. So nostrils also, some of the through nostrils, nasal sounds also there. There are some sounds produced through this part of the mouth. So these 21 sounds can be produced at any part of the mouth, depending on the movement, where they touch, okay, where they have narrow escape. So this is the this is the mechanism of speech production. So what happens generally is that when you take food through mouth, it comes like this, and it goes like this to the food pipe. It goes to the, this is the food pipe. It goes into the stomach. We don't have anything to do with that. Okay. So we are concerned only with the air passage, how the sounds are produced. So here air goes like this. So here you can see small vocal cords, somewhere in the middle of the throat. This entire region is larynx. Entire throat region is larynx, and within the larynx we have glottal region. There are some sounds produced at the glottal region, for example, ha, ha. And some sounds, for example, I tell you now only, produced a velar region, for example, ka, ga. You understand? So these are the sounds. So these are the vocal cords. So vocal cords play a very, very important role in producing sounds. So generally, all the sounds, when they are produced, if the vocal cords, these are small organs within the larynx, within the throat. Okay, when they vibrate, then such sounds are called voiced. When the vibration is there, they are voiced. When there is no vibration, without vibration, just air comes out, then they are called voiceless. For example, paw is there. It is voiceless. Paw. It is producing both the lips. That is called bilabial. Paw is voiceless. For example, ba. There is vibration at the vocal cords. Then that kind of sound is called voiced. So like that, all the sounds are either voiceless or voiced. This is some information regarding voice, whether the sounds are produced in a voiced manner or voiceless manner. So let's go to the, so you might have understood this diagram wherein I am trying to explain speech organs within the mouth. This is nasal cavity, this is mouth cavity, this is tongue, these are lips. If you go little backwards, these are, okay, teeth. Teeth means dental region. If you go little backwards after the teeth, they are called alveolum. The soft muscle part is there, alveolum. If you go further back after alveolum, this is palate, which is hard in nature, that's why hard palate. And if you go further, this is soft palate or velar region. End of the mouth, there is uvula. So this is the roof of the tongue. So this is another passage called nasal passage. And here you have air comes and goes like this or like this through oral cavity or nasal cavity. So the pulmonic air, the air coming from the lungs when it escapes, depending on how different parts of the mouth move, different kinds of consonants or vowels are produced. Consonants are produced generally. So these are vocal cords, okay, within the glottis. Okay, this is glottis. Within the glottis there are vocal folds. Okay, they vibrate, they move little further. Depending on the vibration, the sounds may be voiced or voiceless. Let's go to consonant sounds. So our today's main topic is consonant sounds. We'll learn about vowels in our next video. So as I told you, consonant sounds, there are 21 consonant letters. For example, B, C, D, etc. Okay, and producing 24 sounds. What are those 24 sounds? How we can understand them? We can understand consonant sounds in three main categories. We can categorize. First category I already told you. What is that category? Whether the consonant sounds are voiced or voiceless depending on the vibration of the vocal cords. That's over. I'll put that in my next video. And the second category is manner of articulation. How different parts of the speech organs, okay, move. What is the mechanism? Depending on the mechanism and dynamics of different parts of within the mouth and up to this part, up to the throat, laryngeal region. Okay, we can categorize. That is the manner of articulation and at which place they're moving. Okay, depending on the manner of articulation. There is another video I'll make, that is depending on the place of articulation, whether being produced at this region, tongue region, backwards, here velar region, or here glottal region. I'm going to make another video because all things will get mixed up. So now I'm going to restrict myself with the manner of articulation, not the position. Don't worry about the position now. So according to manner, these 24 sounds can be categorized, put into or classified into 6 groups. You understand? The first group is plosives. Okay, first group is plosives. So as the name states itself suggests, plosive or stops. That means they stop completely within the mouth. Two parts of the mouth close completely when actually the sound is produced The sound is articulated. There is little bit of explosion, just like a bomb explodes. Here also the sound comes out like a little explosion. It's not explosion, but little explosion. Got my point? So these are plosives or stops. So there are 6 plosives in English. For example, pa. Here you can see pa. Total close is there. Pa. Pa. The same way, ba. Again we have another pair. Ta. Tip is touching the top of the mouth. Palate. Ta. And release is sudden. Da. At another region. And if you go further back to the velar region, soft palate region, ka. Ga. So this is one way of producing sounds. This is one category. Pa, ba, ta, da, ka, ga. 6 consonants. Coming to the second category, which is little different in its manner. So here what happens is that mouth organs come so close that the air escapes from mouth with friction or difficulty. There is little bit of friction because mouth organs come so close. So the air escapes a narrow passage producing a turbulent sound. Okay, that's why there is friction. Friction, the name takes fricatives from friction, right? So we have 9 important consonant sounds in this category of fricatives. So first 2 are produced at particular region. Okay, fa, va, fa, va. Okay, they are not touching actually, but air escaping. There is little bit of fa, va. If you touch, keep your finger palm also, you can feel the air. And if you go little backwards, ta, da, alveolar region, ta, da. Okay, it's not actually touching the. If you go further back, s, z, s, z, s, z. Okay, this is z, just like the word zoo. Okay, small letter z, and there is long s. This is called actually schwa. According to phonetic terminology, it is schwa. I'll tell you in my next video, and I'll give you examples for all these 24 okay consonant sounds or consonant phonemes. This is schwa. Okay, and another one is small letter z. This is pronounced sh. So there is a difference between ta is like theta in mathematics. This is da. Da is not da. Da is here in plosives. So da is something very different. Da is very different. Da means D in some way of curve is there, and there is some horizontal line cutting at the top. That is da. Ta, are symbols which you don't find in our alphabets. That's one thing. Sa, za you find in the alphabets, and the next 2 sounds you don't find in the alphabet. They are special symbols. Sha, first one, this is shwa, and this is ja. So I'll pronounce these 3 words: sa, just like sun, soon, etc. This is z, za in zoo, zebra. This is sha. Okay, shut, shine, etc. This is ja, measure, vision, and the last fricative is ha. You produce here. Okay, ha, glottal region. So these are 9 fricatives. The next category of consonant sounds are affricates. Okay, affricate, the name a means not something. Okay, you say apolitical, asymmetrical, something opposite. So if affricates means they are not fricatives, at the same time they are not plosives, but they are a combination of both fricatives and plosives. That means how they are produced, it's a combination of plosives and affricates. What happens here is that just like in plosives, they close completely. Plosives, they close completely and they are suddenly released. But here, they are not suddenly released. Okay, they are slowly released. It's like fricatives, they release to a narrow passage. Here also they release to a narrow passage, but after complete closure, not with little bit of open mouth. So it's a combination of both plosives and fricatives. Okay. For example, there are only two symbols. Here, one small t and the schwa in the fricative combination of these two symbols make the first sound, that is cha. Chain, cheap, chief, okay, match. These are the sounds. So small t and schwa combination makes the symbol cha, right? And another symbol is da sound in plosives and ja sound. Okay, here the ja sound in fricatives. These two symbols make the combination of these two symbols make ja, simply ja. January, John, Johnny, etc. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Fourth category are nasals. There is not much confusion in with regard to nasals. Okay, the pulmonic air escapes through nostrils or nasal cavity. Okay, from pulmonic air comes and escapes through nasal cavity, producing three different phonemes. Ma, of course, this is small ma. Okay, there are no capital symbols. And na, you all know, ma, na. And third one is inga, sing, cooking. Okay, so the small na you drag this further and you curve towards your left. That is inga. These are three nasals. And coming to the next category, approximants. Okay, approximants means the speech organs come almost approach. They don't totally close. That is approximation. They come closer. For example, 100 is there. You reach up to 99. Then you have reached 100 approximately, almost close. But they're not totally close. So it is further divided into liquids and glides. Okay. So liquids are, okay, la and ra. What happens here is air escapes through sides of the mouth. For example, la. Okay, the tongue touches the top of the mouth, top part of portion of the mouth, and air escapes from the sides. La. Okay, the same way ra, ra. These are laterals or liquids wherein the air escapes from the sides of the mouth. These are two. It is part of. There are two symbols which are a part of approximants. So another subcategory of approximants is glides. Glide you can understand with the name itself. They glide through your mouth. Just like all the vowels glide. A, E, O, O. In the same way, glides also escape. There are another category which these sounds are not exactly vowels, but they are little bit like vowels. That's why they are called semi-vowels. They are not exactly glides, but they are called glides, just like vowels. So they glide through mouth almost like vowels. For example, wa, wa. The same way there is V sound is there for wa. That is a V is a, okay, words like man. So here there wa sound is a fricative. Here W, you represent this symbol with W. This is actually water. In words like water, flower. So here the sound is a glide, and you represent this symbol with small j, but actually the sound is not j. Guess what it is? It is ya. In the words like yes, you say like this. Okay, it is not yes, it is yes. For example, you write, of course I'll explain in my next videos. So this is ya sound. When you write j, letter j, so it represents the sound ya. So wa, ya. So these are semi-O vowels. So these 24 consonants are either voiced or voiceless, as I already explained to you, depending on the vibration at the vocal cords. If vocal cords vibrate, then the sounds are called voiced. If the vocal cords do not vibrate, then the sounds are voiceless. So these are five major types of consonant types, categories. In the last category, we have two subcategories, liquids and glides. So this is very, very important. You have to remember all the five categories and their manner, how they are produced is very, very important. In our next video, we'll take up the place of articulation. Okay, at which region these plosives, these fricatives, these affricates, these nasals, these approximants or articulator produced. That's also very, very important in order to understand this phonetic system in English. So guys, this is our topic for today. Thank you for listening to me. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you all.